letting humans take charge, right? But why? Why do we want a human to execute it? Is it because when something go wrong, we can it's this person's fault?
No, I don't think so.
I think it's
Because
a fault.
the thing about AI is that it cannot pick up.
Balance morality.
Not say cannot balance morality. You can program morality into it, but the point I think is that AI can only pick up what it can sense, what it can know, what it detects. But as a human, right, you are able to notice like so much more things in the wider
Micro
context.
expressions, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Like, for example, if you go to a negotiating table, right? If you're gonna get AI, right, to negotiate for you, right, you're not gonna do anything. They're just gonna do whatever strat that you program into it. But if the person knows that that's the strats that your AI is gonna do at him, I'll play your AI out. It's very easy because I make the final decision. But if you have two guys like just sitting in the room trying to discuss the final decision, right, you play both of the
Emotional
emotional and the logic of each other, and then you have to convince the person why, rather than just listen to a bunch of numbers.
That's so true. So that's another job that cannot be replaced, right?
Yeah.
Negotiators.
But I also feel like they want humans to be decision makers. It's because like someone has to take responsibility for
Exactly, no.
the whole kind of like thing that the AI is gonna do. For example, the self-driving cars, right? What are you gonna do if a self-driving car gets into an accident?
Just be like, oops, technology.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Then like what?
Who's gonna be to blame? The fella who is driving?
Or the
no,
business
correction. He's not
owner.
driving the car. The car is driving itself.
Yeah.
Or the person that
Yeah.
come into
The
the
person
car.
that owns the car, the company that owns the car, or
the one who
The
developed the
person who
AI.
codes,
Yeah.
who
something
codes
like
the
that.
You know, last time when
system.
you're young, right? Then when you fall down, then your parents beat the floor. Hey, naughty the floor.
Exactly.
Okay, I have this theory, okay? I don't know if you have read, not watched, but read the Lord of the Rings books lah. Okay, I don't know if you know Gandalf, right?
Okay.
The Ian McKellen, Magneto, right?
Ian
Yeah.
McKellen.
So he
Okay.
he's basically here to guide Frodo and whatever to and the Fellowship to the Mount Doom and burn the ring or whatever, right? But he's actually one of the disciple or offspring of the main god lah. So he's also a divine being lah. But he chose to sacrifice his powers, right, to come to the human world, to have the human experience, to suffer with them, to understand their pain, so he can like better guide them in a way lah. So I feel like that's why human want another human leader, right? It's because you have that human experience, that hardship, that suffering, so you understand me more, rather than an AI which is conditioned with ideal scenarios.
Have you ever considered the fact that if you have like an AI governor, right, he can tell you no with zero care. But with like a human governance, right, at least these people are willing to sacrifice pure efficiency for people.
Prosperity.
Yeah. I think maybe that's why people don't want an AI governor, because
The humanity.
yeah, like the humanity,
Humans.
the compassion. Like I'm willing to sacrifice.
But I do hope that in a jury kind of a perspective, right, it can be replaced with AI. Because I feel like when it comes to law, there needs to be a bit more logic rather than feelings. Because sometimes feelings can be a bit biased
Because a
based
lot
on
of time
based
is-
on experience, and you are choosing a jury also based on experience
I kind of
and their
disagree.
history.
Yeah.
Okay, this is probably a really hot take, right? But to me, right, the goal of the law and justice system, right, is not to punish. It is to rehabilitate and get people back into society. Right? It is there as a deterrence, but it's not there to completely destroy someone's life. By having a AI system completely deciding your punishment, right? What's the point? You might as well just put a hard-coded list of do this punishment, do this punishment. You don't even need a lawyer or a judge or anyone. You can just see, okay, this is what you've done, and then you get the punishment. No?
But again, like every action comes with consequences, right? So if you choose to murder someone, again, the logical part is a life is being taken because of your action.
But what if you murder, right, a guy, right, that's abusing the wife? Oh, ethical dilemma, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yes. So let's not go to murder, because murder very
Extreme.
very extreme. Bit more.
Substance abuse.
Yeah.
How about that?
So for substance abuse, right, it is less practical to just throw the guy into jail because he's abusing substance. The guy is not being productive to society. Like, let's say if someone is stealing money, it is far more better to rehabilitate the person so that he doesn't have to need to do the crime anymore, rather than just physically punishing the person by going sending him to crime.
So what's a rehabilitation for stealing something?
Like, honestly,
To put back stuff. Top up the shelf.
I mean, honestly,
Learn to put back what you have taken.
Okay.
Yeah, Sing Xiong.
So this is the
Now
hard
he has
part
a
that
job.
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, that's the thing. That's the thing. The goal is to give them a job, a life, so that when you release them back out, right, they don't feel like they cannot do anything.
No, but like why I say that is because I was thinking about like the Didi case, right? Whereby the juries are being selected based on their backgrounds, but then they might be making decisions because of the fear of power of who they are standing against. Potentially certain part of like the law and justice system can be replaced with a more logical board, perhaps. Because like there might be a lot more emotions like fear of power, like your status, your reputation and stuff, right? That might be in place where it will change your decision making process.
I think that is very logical conclusion, but we cannot forget that law is created by people in power, and people in power don't want to incriminate themselves. They want to be above the law.
That's why, right, the issue that doesn't seem to be having a better jury, the issue seems to be having better protection for people.
Decision makers.
Yeah,
Like
decision
the
makers.
final lawmakers, right?
Yeah, having a friend who was a NS was in the court, because court needed police, right?
Oh,
Right.
MP.
Yeah, so he basically
damn.
stood there and like listened to a bunch of court hearings,
Mm.
and then you can see that those that regretful about
Like
what they did, right?
remorseful of what
Yeah,
they did.
remorseful, like actually remorseful, right? The judge tend to give lighter sentences. Those that are really like just
Argumentative.
yeah, like they tend to give harsher sentences because the goal is to not to punish them. The goal is to get them to be remorseful of what they've done so that they don't commit it again.
So the judge is all about the vibes, bro.
Yeah, honestly, it is.